The Emilia-Romagna region of northern Italy is not as well known as its neighbours, and yet it's probably the one region of Italy that epitomises what Italy is all about, as you will soon discover in this video entitled 13 Interesting and Helpful Facts about Emilia-Romagna in Italy. So, what is it about the Emilia-Romagna region that has so much going for it? Before you find out, quickly check out the ongoing collection of news, reports, resources and courses on this channel that will make your introduction to expat life in Italy and La Dolce Vita even sweeter. It's so easy. Just click on the subscribe button below and then click the grey bell icon to ensure you don't miss out on future videos being uploaded. Plus, watch this video to the very end where you'll get access to a special report packed full of help and ideas for when you visit or go to live in Italy. And the Emilia-Romagna region is certainly one area of Italy to take a closer look at. Number 1. Where is it? Emilia-Romagna is in the north of Italy and it borders the regions of 1. Lombardy and Veneto to the north, 2. Liguria and Piedmont to the west, and 3. Tuscany and Le Marché to the south. On its east side is the Adriatic Sea, into which the country's longest river, the River Po, flows into. Number 2. There are 9 provinces of the region. 1. Bologna, 2. Ferrara, 3. Forli Cesena, 4. Modena, 5. Parma, 6. Piacenza, 7. Ravenna, 8. Reggio Emilia, and 9. Rimini. Number 3. The geography. The northern part of the region is dominated by the River Po and its plains reaching to Rimini and Ravenna. To the southwest are the Apennine Mountains. The region spans an area of over 8,500 square miles. Number 4. Inhabitants. It has a population of nearly 5 million. Number 5. Where does the name Emilia-Romagna come from? There's 2 parts to this answer. 1. Emilia is named after Via Emilia, the Roman-built road that runs from Piacenza down to Rimini on the coast. It became part of the Italian kingdom in 1860. 2. Romagna is derived from the name of the Eastern Roman Empire called Romagna, which subsequently became the province of Ravenna. The 2 areas combined to become Emilia-Romagna in 1948. Number 6. The arts. The region has been blessed by the works of Verdi, the poetry of Giovanni Pascoli, and the film director Fellini. Number 7. Third largest economy in Italy. Agriculture, manufacturing and tourism are the 3 main economic drivers of the region as follows. 1. With a plentiful water supply, Emilia-Romagna is a leading agricultural region of Italy, growing maize, wheat, sugar beet, vegetables and fruits, and grapes on the slopes of the Apennine Mountains. 2. Dairy farming is extensive, as is the rearing of livestock. 3. As a consequence, the region has a very active food manufacturing and processing industry. 4. Owing to its energy and mineral deposits, the region generates a lot of electricity via its hydropower stations along the River Po and the rivers that flow down from the Apennine Mountains into the sea. 5. Large deposits of natural gas and oil have also been discovered in the Ravenna province. 6. All of this has enabled manufacturing industries to establish themselves, the main ones being involved in motoring, engineering, clothing, chemicals and pharmaceuticals. 7. Tourism is well catered for, with the Adriatic coastline providing plenty of warm sun, sea and loads of entertainment. 8. The Romagnan Riviera includes the longest beach in Europe, with the seaside towns of Cattolica, Rimini and Riccione being the most popular. 9. With Emilia-Romagna being the food centre of Italy, it's no wonder that socialising and tourism is a way of life here. Number 8. Bologna is the capital of the region. It is a vital transport and communications hub for Italy, linking the north and the south of the country with railways and motorways. For example, it takes up to 45 minutes to get to Florence, Milan is about 1 hour away, and Venice is less than 2 hours away. Bologna is known as the culinary capital of Italy and is well known for its pasta and meat sauces. It is also known as being home to the oldest university in Europe. Founded in 1088, the university can name fashion designer Giorgio Armani and the Italian inventor Guglielmo Marconi amongst its names of well-known students. As a consequence, the city has medieval origins with an historic centre full of many tantalising restaurants that make you want to keep going back there. For motorbike racing enthusiasts, Bologna has been home to Ducati since 1946. Number 9. 5 other main cities and towns of the region. 1. Ravenna. This used to be the capital of the Roman Empire. The poet Dante died in Ravenna in 1321, having lived there for 20 years after being exiled from Florence. His tomb is located near the Basilica di San Francesco. 2. Ferrara. Whilst Bologna has bolognese, Ferrara has pumpkin. A typical dish served in the restaurants of Ferrara is round pasta stuffed with squash or pumpkin, served with butter and sage, called cappellacci di zucca. Ferrara is also known for the festivals it holds. Being a walled city based on the banks of the Po River, there are 3 festivals worth attending. A. The Palio, a medieval themed horse race that is run every year on the last Sunday in May. To add authenticity to the event, the participants of the festival wear costumes to enact the times of when the event first started back in 1279. B. Since 1988, the Ferrara Buskers Festival has been taking place, which is a parade of various musicians and buskers that come from across the world. C. Then there is the Ferrara Balloons Festival, a 10-day event held in September of one of Europe's top hot air ballooning festivals. 3. Modena. Owing to the grapes and the climate conditions of the area, Modena produces the world's finest balsamic vinegar. The vinegar is aged from between 12 and 25 years and is provided and sold in a particular type of bottle designed by a world-renowned luxury sports car designer, Giorgetta Giugiaro. This may seem a little odd until you realise that Modena is also the home of Italian luxury sports cars and motor racing, where nearly every iconic Italian motor car and motorbike are represented. Known as Motor Valley, museums can be found all over the area of Modena, such as Ferrari, founded in 1929, which is represented in Maranello, Maserati is showcased in Cittanova, and Lamborghini are found in San Agata Bolognese between Modena and Bologna. 4. Parma. Parma is famous for its ham and Parmigiano cheese, referred to as Parma cheese. In 2015, and in recognition of its culinary importance, Parma was designated by UNESCO as a creative city of gastronomy. In addition, throughout the region, there are many old medieval castles, of which some of the best preserved ones are in Parma and Piacenza. For opera lovers, the Teatro Regio Opera House in Parma is regarded as second only to Milan's La Scala. In October, a series of concerts are performed celebrating the life of Giuseppe Verdi, who grew up in the province from the town of Busseto. Verdi was one of the great Italian composers and produced operas such as Aida, Otello and Requiem. 5. Rimini. Rimini, along with its coastal neighbours of Cattolica and Riccione, is known for its long sandy beaches and summer nightlife. It is regarded as an international tourist destination and established itself as a seaside resort in the 1840s. Owing to its sandy beaches and safe bathing waters, it soon became an attraction for wealthy Italians and Europeans. Tourism grew during the fascist era before the Second World War, and today the town is now a very popular tourist attraction. It is also home to the Tempio Malatestiano, a Franciscan church built in the late 15th century by a local bad boy, Sigismondo Malatesta, who tried to turn the church into his own personal mausoleum for himself and his mistress. The story goes that he stole from Roman ruins to complete his refurbishment project, and all that remains is an unfinished building full of Gothic and pagan architecture. Number 10. San Marino is on the edge of the Emilia-Romagna region. San Marino, the third smallest country in Europe, is officially referred to as the Republic of San Marino. The Republic is situated on the slopes of Mount Titano. It is renowned for its tax-free shopping. Number 11. Max Mara, Italian fashion in Emilia-Romagna. Achille Maramotti built up his Italian fashion business, Max Mara, from 1951 in Reggio Emilia. It is now one of the biggest fashion houses in Italy. Achille Maramotti was born in Reggio Emilia in 1927 and was one of the first to produce designer quality clothes for the masses. The name of Max Mara is a combination of a local count called Max, who was always stylishly dressed, albeit an often inebriated character, and Mara comes from his surname. The company is now run by his son, Luigi. Number 12. The Via Emilia. Numerous references have been made in this video to the Via Emilia, and it is basically an ancient Roman built road that runs across the width of the region from Piacenza in the northwest to Rimini on the Adriatic coast in the east. The road passes through both the Motor Valley, the epicentre of Italy's motoring industry, and the Food Valley, Italy's extraordinary food and wine region. Throw in the various art and architectural wonders of the area's castles and its renowned thermal spas, and you can soon see that Emilia-Romagna is a region not to be missed or avoided. Number 13. The food and wines of Emilia-Romagna. Emilia-Romagna is at the very heart of Italian cuisine. There are so many mouth-watering foods and wines from this region, including 1. Balsamic vinegar from Modena, 2. Parmigiano Reggiano cheese from Parma, 3. Prosciutto ham from Parma, 4. Pasta such as lasagna, tagliatelle and tortellini from Bologna, 5. Piadina, which is a flatbread made from lard, salt, wheat flour and water with its roots in the Romagna area, 6. An abundance of fish, olives, salami, meats, fruits and vegetables including pumpkins and wheat, owing to the perfect climate and soils from the River Po and other floodplains from the rivers running down to the Adriatic coastline. 7. As for wines, Lambrusco, the slightly sparkling red wine, and other reds including Barbera and Sangiovese, whilst Malvasia is the best known of the white wines. It's not surprising to learn that food and wine tours are very popular here, with such events being collectively referred to as the Strade di Vini e di Sapori, meaning the roots of wines and flavours. So, whether it's the food and wine that attracts you to this part of Italy, or your love of motorsports and luxury sports cars, or the idea of relaxing on the coast in the sun in some of the best beach resorts, or the abundance of art and architecture found in the villages, towns and cities to visit, welcome to 13 interesting and helpful facts about Emilia-Romagna in Italy. With that in mind, don't forget to download your special guide entitled "You Can Start a Brand New Life in Italy." Just click on the URL link in the description box below this video, kindly leave a positive comment in the comment section below, and then please share with friends and enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe and then click the grey bell icon to join an exclusive club of subscribers to be notified of all future videos being uploaded. Until next time, ciao for now.